Und damit hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück bei Baldurs Gate 3. Ich kenne zu viele Spiele und ich spiele zu viele. Jedes Mal bleibt so da hängen, so, warte, was? Ich bin mittlerweile immer noch am Überlegen, ob die Jenna nicht die Ding vielleicht ist. Weil die halt auch gleich von Anfang an bei uns war, ne? Scheiße, Alter, mit den Gestaltwandern schaffen die sogar mich damit zu stimmen, dass ich nicht weiß, was abgeht.
So much for the cavalry riding to our rescue. This is what we get for putting our faith in a network of spies, I suppose.
Hä? Ach so. Schau, was du da selber sagst.
Oren be damned. Her bloody fingerprints are all over this city.
Voss ist unter die Erde gegangen. Dort wird er auf uns warten.
Voss has done his duty. Now, we will do ours. We must find our way to the House of Hope and take the Orphic Hammer. When we next enter the Astral Prism, we will use the hammer to break Orpheus free.
Ah komm, scheiß drauf, der Rest interessiert uns nicht. Oder gehen wir mal pennen? Ich glaube, wir gehen mal trotzdem pennen. Damit wir unsere Zauberplätze und alles wieder auffüllen. Hat irgendwer was zu erzählen? Ich glaube nicht. Ausche, der Hund. Was hat denn der Gandalf wieder vor? Scheiße, wie hat er wieder geheißen? Geld. Gandalf.
I knew any artifact that could command an elder brain must be close to omnipotent. But for it to be the very crown Carcer's forged, it verges on unbelievable. I assure you, the hammer Raphael offered is mere scrap metal in comparison, whatever use he claims for it. We should pay a visit to Sorcerer's Sundries. Their book collection is the envy of the Sword Coast. I'm certain the truth lurks somewhere on their shelves.
Ausgerechnet in einem baldurschen Zauberladen oder so? Hatten wir das nicht? Blendender Einfall.
The only kind I have? Ha! Sorcerers! You'll have to
Hä, hatten wir das nicht schon? Was erzählst du da?
Fate, dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhap
Musst Arabella
the
hin?
girl has she left you? Hast thou other business?
Hä? Hatte ich den nicht? War der nicht wo gelegen? Fischhandel. Hey, ich schulde sehr viel. Zum einen weiß ich nicht, wie der Bauch einer Schlange von innen aussieht. Zum anderen habt ihr mir erlaubt, in eurem Lager zu bleiben. Noch dazu habt ihr herausgefunden, was mit Mama... Ach so. Ja, das war doch das. Irgendwie.
We can't rely on the Harpers. Not when Oren has them infested with shapeshifters. We're on our own. Though, I suppose we're used to it by now.
Das sowieso.
Of course.
Was? Schaut so ein Kuss aus?
I thought
Okay, was sagst du?
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most welcome.
Ach, du nervst nur. Was erzählst du? Nix.
Keeping very well, I hope.
Was werde ich tun jetzt, wo er Vater fort ist?
Look after my angel, of course. She's been through more than I can bear to think about. 100 years in the Shadowfell. 100 years being murdered by Sharans over and over. It fills me with a rage I can hardly contain. She's a formidable woman, my Aelin. But no one could escape such horrors unscathed. She's in my hands now, and I intend to help her through whatever's to come. We'll both of us stand by you when the time comes to put down the horror that threatens this city. We are your allies for life.
Was ist zwischen euch und deinem Vater Ketheric geschehen?
I mourn the man I knew. He was wonderful. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. This was different. It was like I could see my fate in her eyes. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical.
Haben wir das Gespräch nicht schon?
Is immortal. Well, I understand it's strange. Then, and this is where I still need answers. I died. Next I knew I was being He told me we'd be I found last light within. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just he's gone now. But I suppose the man I knew died when I died.
Ach so, sag mir nochmal, stand er da. Scheiße, was soll das dann auch ganz lesen? God damn it. Naja, da pennen wir eine Runde. Hä? Oh! Hallo Impi, der Imperator?
How did you? Oh, it's you. I must have let my mind wander. Enough for you to wander in. Forgive me. I am drained. Ever since you killed Ketheric and took his netherstone, the Chosen's control of the brain has been brittle. It's rebelling against Orin and Gortasch, fiercely. I suspected that when we took Ketheric's stone, the brain would begin to break free. Those brainquakes confirm that my suspicion was correct. I do not know what happens now when it receives their orders, and I do not dare guess.
You feel the Emperor's fear as if it were your own. An elder brain enslaved is one thing. An elder brain unleashed will be the end of everything.
Beautiful, isn't it? The mighty Prince Orpheus, contained in submissive slumber. Come. You may as well sit a while, now that you are here. Your company isn't unwelcome.
Ihr wirkt besorgt.
An accurate summary. I have found myself distracted of late. I'm haunted by memories. They are relentless. I can think of nothing. No one else.
Jemand aus eurer Vergangenheit?
Indeed. Duke Stelmane. Or as I knew her, Berlin, when she was alive.
Ah, die
I thought you
gestorben.
were my first ally. Far from it. I have long sought the allyship of others. It is the only way to succeed. Though my relationship with Berlin was different from my relationship with you.
Und wie das?
In life, she was my business partner. Back when we ran the Knights of the Shield. A difficult task for a mind flayer. Duke Stelmane trusted me, and the city trusted her. I conceived the plot, but Berlin took center stage. It was she who met with the merchants, politicians, and patriarchs. It was she who negotiated deals and signed off on agreements. Her rooms played host to the most important conversations in the city. Together, we brought order to chaos. At its height, everything that happened in that city went through the shield. Through us. I could not have done any of it without her. Just as I cannot do any of this without you. But now, is gone.
Ich bedauere euren Verlust.
I appreciate your understanding. What I feel is deeper than superficial cures can reach, and not entirely unwelcome. Most people think that mind flayers are soulless husks who feel nothing. I am glad you are not most people.
Danke, dass ihr mir davon erzählt habt.
You have shown me great empathy. We are closer now. Close enough, I hope, that I can ask you to reconsider your position regarding your physical form. I know it is no easy choice for you, but we will have a far better time ridding the city of Gortasch if you accept just a touch of illithidness. Not to mention the Elder Brain itself. Our chances against it greatly improve the more illithid we both are. Another quake. The brain is rebelling again. I need to focus. And so do you.
Cooles Gespräch. Ich habe trotzdem keinen Bock auf das Eliten-Zeug. Warum schaust du mich an?
I brought my own pet.
Okay. Raus aus der Hütte. Aber ich weiß eigentlich immer noch nicht, wie ich in die Stadt komme. Sprich den Raphael, um sein Angebot zu bedenken. Raphael kann mich mal, Alter. Ich komme doch da nicht einfach rein jetzt, oder?
Sorry, chum, can't let you through. Worms Rock's closed for the day.
Ich bin der Okkulisten von Fürst Gortasch, lasst mich vorbei, ich schreibe einen Namen ins Buch der abscheulichen Dunkelheit. Was ist denn heute los?
Ordination is what? Lord Gortasch is becoming Archduke. All the peers came to pay regards.
Im mittleren Valeria braucht mich in der Unterstadt, da treibt sich ein Serienmörder herum.
Valeria? Well, I'm not messing about with a murder inquiry for damn sure. Straight ahead across the bridge. A blind ogre couldn't miss it.
Was? Das war jetzt verdammt einfach. Ich weiß gar nicht, ob ich jetzt enttäuscht sein soll oder sowas.
Halt! We do not know how you gained entry.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place. Confident, dominant, commanding.
My most esteemed guest, we meet at last. I am Lord Enver Gortasch. You are the prison bearer, slayer of the dread General Ketheric Thorn. I welcome you to Baldur's Gate, my city.
Ich werde euch finden und ich werde euch töten. Diese Stadt wird niemals euer sein.
It already is. Granted, there are a few formalities to complete, but well, why don't you come and see? Allow me to formally invite you to my inauguration. Make your way to the ceremonial hall.
Invitation from Gortasch. We shouldn't have any more trouble from the guards.
Da einfach? Warte mal, töten wir denn hier schon? Das wäre ein bisschen arg einfach, oder? Also, einfach wahrscheinlich nicht, aber...
Without all three stones to control it, it will soon start acting on its own will.
is expecting.
Chimisora?
If it isn't little Will's chums. I hope he hasn't been too much trouble. Heard about his father. The dead three's puppet. A travesty, really. He's upstairs in Worm's Rock, ordaining Gortasch as Archduke. A splendid shindig, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after. And bring the pup along, if you can. I'd hate for him to miss the fun.
We're not even pawns, just dust on the board.
Fürst Portiers Leibwache. Fürst Schmetterschilds Leibwache. Achso, hier sind die ganzen Bedienstete. Was ist denn das? Fürst Portiers Bedienstete. Achso, da hoch. Ist dann die Sariel hier? Da ist Gortasch, der Spacko. Oh, scheiße, hier sind so viele Viecher, ne? Fürst Randolph, Wammers. Dame Alina Durinwold. Rabenschatten. Ich glaube 4, 8 oder 10 so Dinger wären ein bisschen viel. Wir stehen da vorne alles.
Stand down, villain. In the name of the Steel Watch, aggressive action will not be tolerated in the presence of the patriarchs of this proud city.
Verstehe, ich werde ganz brav sein.
The Steel Watch appreciate your cooperation, citizen.
Dearest patriarchs, but a moment. I must greet a most honored guest. My friend, forgive the cold welcome. My Steel Watchers are eager watchdogs, for the good of the people, I'm sure you understand. Lord Enver Gortasch at your service. I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that nether stone that you carry. You know, it takes all three to control the brain. Without Thorm's, it's become vexingly willful. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided if you and I come to an understanding. Together, we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortasch always did have an eye for opportunity.
Warum versagt die Krone?
It's not. But it will not follow new orders unless the Netherstones are united to give the command. When it finishes executing its current orders, it will be free to do as it wishes. That will be bad for everyone. Once it is freed from its shackles, I doubt we'll ever be able to bring it under control again.
Welche Art von Verständnis schlagt ihr vor?
There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her.
Worauf will die hinaus?
Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all 3 netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth.
Also soll ich abkaufen, dass ihr der Stadt nicht schaden wollt?
I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the 3 are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the Absolute. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
An ally could be useful, at least for now. And when he's no longer useful, well, we can dispose of him then.
Körpersprache und Ausdrucksgedanken wahrnehmen, Gortasch verstanden. Kannst du ihm trauen? Wir speichern hier mal ab, falls das alles überhaupt nicht funktioniert. Oh, nur 15. Boah, nur 15 oder genau 15?
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm. He stands calmly, confidently. He fully intends to share his kingdom with you.
Also Verbündete scheinen mir alle nicht vertrauenswürdig. Ihr, Orin, Kesrick. Ich denke darüber nach, aber ich verspreche nichts.
So Ketherick was ready to betray our alliance too. I can't say it comes as a surprise. But you should know this. I initiated this plot. I brought Ketherick and Orin together to create the Absolute. They knew this would only work if we stood united and coordinated our powers. Their ambition blinded them to reason. I don't suffer the same affliction. In short, you can trust me.
Schade, dass ich die Karlak nicht dabei habe. Ich denke darüber nach, aber ich verspreche nichts.
Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right decision. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
A shapeshifter? It could be anyone. I mean, it's not me, but it could be anyone else.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived.
Ich stelle euch, wurde sicher mit Orin fertig, warum braucht ihr mich?
Orin is elusive, shall we say. The grip of the steel watch may be tight, but sand still slips through its fingers. Now, some conflicts are best resolved quietly. The people are cattle, obedient until panicked.
Wie soll ich Orin finden, wenn ihr Gestalt so leicht verändern kann?
Even horror has a home. Find her nest and slay her there. For all its charms, Baldur's Gate has long had a cancer at its heart. A hidden temple devoted to Baal. That's where Orin became what she is, where she worshipped and schemed. And now, it's where she hides from my watchers, when she's not spilling blood in the streets. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, follow the bodies.
Ihr, Orin Kesrick, das Gehirn, was war euer Plan?
First, Orin the Red, bloody dagger of Baal, causes panic in the streets through killings in the Absolute's name. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketheric Thor. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear of the Absolute. Next, we will declare curfew and begin infecting the masses. Our subjects will hear the voice of their absolute God.
Ach du Scheiße, eine
The faithful will do
Massengehirnwäsche.
anything in the name of their God.
Wo zur neuen Helden habt ihr so ein mächtiges Artefakt wie die Krone her?
Powerful connections. Let's leave it at that.
Ich habe genug gehört, darf ich gehen?
Soon. First, come and be witness as I make history. The first Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
Gut, bringen wir es hinter uns.
You will follow me, and you will show due respect. Distinguished dukes, patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortasch, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent? Enver Gortasch, the council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
Huh.
Archduke Gortasch.
Die sind doch alle schon infiziert, oder?
Truest of soul.
There is a fleeting connection.
Have you come to behold the new dawn?
Ich bin hier, um zu helfen. Floric schickt mich.
Help me. Ah, the Floric chose shadow over light. Her betrayal burned deeper than the fires of a furnace. She's been punished for her lies. Don't let her get to you.
When he says punished, do you think he means locked up or brutally murdered?
Ich will mehr Floric zu erfahren. Zwei?
Within Ravengard's memories, you find Councillor Floric. She is confined in a cell right here in Worm's Rock.
The sun rises, true soul. Are you ready?
Ein Tyrann, das neue Zeit, die neue Zeit ist eine Lüge.
Why do you say this? Only the shadows would name the sun a tyrant. Faerun suffers in darkness. Tyr has abandoned us. Helm's Eye has strayed. But Baldur's Gate will soon burn bright, a beacon to light the heavens. And it will be Gortasch who ignites the final spark.
Enemies within? What do you mean?
Traitors. Any who dare speak ill.
Hören die eigentlich auf zu funktionieren, wenn ich das Lager wegspreng? Ah, ich darf da nicht rein. Scheiße.
We're not even pawns, just dust on the board. What happens next is out of our hands.
Kehre zu Misora zurück, die Klinge der Grenzen.
What did I tell you? A momentous occasion. I'm sure you agree. And to think, the drama's just started. You see, Gortasch has had Will's father relocated.
Das ging ja schnell.
I'm just an impartial observer. This is Gortash's game. A murderous one, the way I hear it. Raven Guard's good as dead. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there?
Ah, scheiße. Ihr wisst doch etwas darüber.
I know enough. Let's talk to Will in your camp. Work something out. The Duke's life depends on it.
Ah, die will den unbedingt behalten, den Will. Und die weiß ganz genau, dass er sich für seinen Alten opfern würde.
Look, I'm all for Gortasch, but those clankers, they don't sit right with me.
Because they do your job better than you and without complaining. It is unnerving.
Imagine where we'd be without them. The city would be overrun. They're all that's keeping this cult.
Alter, die gehören zu ihm.
He has a point. They make people feel safe, if nothing else.
Ha! You hear this? Tell my friends how safe you feel with those metal giants stamping about.
Kann mich nicht sicher dafür. Schon gesehen, wie groß sie sind? Ich habe die Armee der Absoluten gesehen. Stahlwachen hin oder her, vor der sind wir nirgends sicher.
Alright. No need to kill the mood.
Gods, Nop. You sure can pick 'em.
You hear? My lady says Absolute's army's on the march. There's watchers. We'll hold the line. You best believe. Says the Absolute's army won't be causing...
They're harmless. Except if you're a criminal, of course.
Was jetzt schon wieder? Achso, speichern. Kann ich da rein? Ja. Fast Oriane. Was macht denn der da?
What are you doing in here?
You notice the gnome slip a lockpick into his pocket.
You're not a fist. Go on, get out, or I'll wake the others.
Überzeugen, dann kann ich ihnen sagen, dass sie die ihre Sachen stehlen wollte. Okay, ich gebe zu, mittlerweile wirkt es echt gut.
I'm no thief. I was going to pay it back. Eventually. I needed the gold.
Wofür?
I'm getting out of here. Taking a ferry down the coast to get me home. Those bloody crooks at the docks are charging triple, though. Danger money. It's a joke.
Das ganz Unrecht haben sie nicht. Wofür fürchten sie sich denn?
You haven't heard. An army is coming. They're saying it's unstoppable. My wife said we have to stand and fight, and I can't. I won't. I'm not made for this.
Sieht ja eigentlich ganz kampffähig aus.
I'm not a soldier. I only joined for the uniform and a warm bed. They're better off without me. I'm scared. All I want is to go home.
Ich hätte jetzt helfen können, aber ich kann jetzt ständig mal die Kohle rausrücken, Alter. Stelle fürs Gortasch. Charitische Wunde? Wer sitzt da oben? Fausenbrocco. Garost. Schwester Franchot.
It's a waiting that's hard.
Oops.
If we could just talk to one of the fists, it would be as clear as day that we're not criminals.
Probably a drum. Are they going to arrest us?
Wolfin.
I almost believed you this time.
Können wir dann runter? Ja. Sonst wäre es ja rot. Ist das Gefängnis? Oh, aber ich darf nicht in so ein Gefängnis rein. Speichern wir mal.
The guard is fun.
Bathed in a 10-day. Eat all the onions.
Genauer anhören, was die Waffe im Schlaf spricht. Alter, die steht vor mir. Was brauche ich das?
Old man Otto. Back here again. Cell stinks.
Entschuldige bitte.
What now? Goodness, how embarrassing. Welcome to Worms Rock Prison, the fifth nail we jail. What's your business?
Herzog Remgard schickt mich, um Florik zu verhören. Wow, ich würfel halt nur noch hoch.
Last cell on the left. And give that traitor a what for. She'll know what for. Hang on, I'll let you through.
Dachte ich mir, dass das einfach wird. Die Frage ist, wer hockt hier noch? Alter, wer bist denn du? Faust Bachreiter. Ich finde die Namen so geil.
Over. He's too far gone. You're too late. It's over.
Was ist euch
The
zugestoßen?
Steel Watch happened. I came seeking allies to our cause. Watchers spotted me, dragged me to Older Ravengard's husk, empty as a stare. A tadpole's puppet. Nothing more. He spoke in accusations. Apostasy, conspiracy, sedition. I'll be executed in 5 dawns.
Ich hole euch da raus, Baldurs Tor braucht euch, Ravenger braucht euch. Ach ja, tja, viel Erfolg dabei. 10 nur? Wow. Ich meine, ich habe schon fast mindestens 11, ey, nur deswegen
When the
29.
people need a miracle, you cannot wait for the gods to answer. Older's words. I'd almost forgotten. No more sulking. I know what to do. Unlock my cell. Escort me out of Worm's Rock. I'll seek out my connections. When the city streets shatter, you'll want their blades.
Genau, ich kriege eure Zelle schon irgendwie auf. Ich meine, muss ich hier kämpfen dann? Wahrscheinlich schon, ne? Jetzt dachte ich schon, was zur Hölle ist denn das?